10. Looks like Sean Dickinson. No, there they go. Oh, Saunders back into the pack. Takes sponsor. Donovan's in it. Sean English is in it. Oh my God.
Caution! No way. Or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bump. All the way to his bumper. Can he shove him? Can't do it. Dylan is gonna win it here in Iowa.
Bump and run! Oh, he's done this before!
Bump and run the 61 to the inside. Can he make it work? He's got it.
Inside of the 02. He slided! Oh, Burrows is around! Oh, the wrecking right in front of him. That's Moquin.
Jones is a great run on the high side.
Drive off the corner and...
It's gonna be side by side. This is gonna be a photo finish 3 wide off the wire. And that's the stripe. It's gonna be Ruggles! Oh my God, what a finish! iSCAR is in. We're up and away. Green flag.
61, Dominic Howell.
Oh, he gets hooked! Oh my God! Hard into the wall! Huge track on the start finish line. Who comes out on top?
Dallas Myhan wins.
Dallas Myhan wins it! What? Make quick work of that number 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews washes up the racetrack. Oh, let's go! Oh no! Oh! They're gonna be wrecking. That's the big one. Oh my God! Corner's involved. They're still wrecking. Welcome here live for the iSCAR Super Late Model Series round number 7 out of 10. Getting set for the Southern National 125 and here at Southern National Motorsports Park. My name is Ezeckiel Reyes.
I'm Benjamin White. Good evening, everybody. We have 13 drivers as of right now here in the session. We expect a pretty good race. 125 laps, pretty long, but expecting some good action.
Yeah, definitely. I guess you could say there's a lot of unknowns coming in here for tonight. The only thing we could reference off of as of right now is how practice times are set. Here, currently a minute and a half remaining, but right now on top of the leaderboard is Carson Poindexter in that number 1 machine on your screen. Cameron Leiball, last week's winner, sitting in second, Liam in third, here to pick up the win at Langley last week. But yeah, 13 drivers gonna duke it out here for tonight. Interested to see and gonna come out up top. But right now, the number 1 machine, Carson Poindexter, to see off his car number that he's running right now, fastest in practice.
Yeah, and that one has another meaning because he is the points leader as well. Coming into this race, he has a point lead over Aaron Mulrooney. It's very small, but still the point lead. And Aaron is not showing up. He's currently doing the Ryan Vargas Invitational race, trying to qualify into that. So best of luck for Aaron in that race. Hopefully he qualifies for that because he's definitely good enough to make that. But unfortunately, he can't show up tonight, so Carson Poindexter should be very comfortable with the points lead that he has, and he will probably grow that when this night is over.
Yeah, the person we're going to be watching out for as well coming in here for tonight is that number, the number 70 machine of Harry Grindle. Grindle comes into ninth, third points right in front of Seth Hood and Cody Webster. So Grindle looking to push that push the boundary for the lead. Push the boundaries for that. Yeah, I guess for that position. So we'll be right back right after this. We're gonna scoot ourselves to the side and play the national anthem. So rise up, remove your hats, sweet salute your nation's colors. Hey, welcome everybody back live here at Southern National Park. It's set for the Southern National 125. First time iSCAR's ever hit this track, so a lot of adaptation being placed here for this 125 lap event. Qualifying conditions as of right now. We'll go ahead and everybody stands as of right now. Cameron Leibel on top, as he was last week, trying to become the first ever repeat winner in the Super Late Model Series. All races before this, yet to see a repeat winner. Aaron Mulrooney picked up the checkered flag at round number 1. Alex McCullum picked up the checkered flag at Thompson at round number 2 when it came time for Lanier. Round number 3, Cody Webster beat out Mulrooney. New Smyrna, we saw James Youngman, excuse me, make his first ever iSCAR win happen there. Parker Retzlaff picked up his second ever iSCAR win. Cameron Leibel, of course, he picked up his first ever iSCAR win just last week at Langley. So, will we see a repeat winner here for tonight? Cameron Leibel is showing his strength as of right now, but we'll have to see. Carson Poindexter to capitalize in second place.
Look at Harry Grimley. He wants something from that vending machine down there. Darius Reza-Dadgar, we've been talking about how he's been pretty good in these super late models, and he feels like he can go out and finish really well tonight. As you see him on the track now, he has not put in a time yet. Robbie Keneally has just connected to the session. It's a rookie, just joined this week, but he's very high in iRating. He has 5.5K and very good driver. And we're excited to see what he can do tonight. I just noticed that he would just logged himself into the session. There's Harry.
Carlos stopping by for Pepsi. Dadgar taking laps around the racetrack. 22nd lap time to him. A blazing fast lap. Off at P11 as of right now. But yeah, Robert Keneally. Talking about him. Lots of iRating under his belt. Off at a 1 and 2. Retry again. Lap. Long. That's basically the line you want to run. Right up against the apron. Racetrack. Scuffed white line there. Exit the corner very, very shallowly, I guess you could say. He put stuff in P6. I'm just waiting for more drivers to log themselves 1 lap. Schmidt and Klein, but it looks like they're not going to starting up front. It's most likely going to be the 070 Cameron Leibel. Get set for tonight's race. We'll go ahead and view the weather here for tonight. Track temp 86 degrees, air temp 84. So small range, small 2-degree range. Expecting the track temp to go down by 2. See it right there. It just swapped it out. Changed a bit. Humidity at 1%. Wind going around 3 miles per hour south. Conditions: partly cloudy skies. Track area. So, race analysis on the right hand side as well. Again, 125 laps, 50 miles gonna be ran. Pit road speed 35 miles per hour. Fuel window, we're not sure, so gonna hit pit road first. Track facts are all displayed on the left hand side of the racetrack of the screen. Track button. Four turns, 1 in each corner. I don't know where this track is located, actually.
It's in North Carolina.
North Carolina, oh. Henley, Carolina. That for the flag, and again, 125 laps gonna be logged in for tonight. It'd be interesting in who's gonna come out up top. And here's our pole sitter. We're gonna go through the grid fairly quickly. We're gonna go through that. Cameron Leibel gonna start out first. Poindexter in second. Here Grindle in third. Cody Webster in fourth. Team Sheen running at the top 5 versus the runners. Not a lot of drivers here for tonight, but still a lot of tension going on. Out up top. And it's the first time iSCAR has ever hit Southern National Motorsports Park. It'll be very interesting. One who's going to lead it to the green. One who picked up the checkered flag last week. He started up front last week at Langley. We'll see if he can do it again.
Out, green flag
is out. We're up and away here at Southern National Motorsports Park.
They were spreading it out 3, almost 4 wide there. Now they got it back to double file. Cody Webster making some real moves down there in that area. Oh, she just cut across Sylvia's bumper. We got a wreck on the front straightaway. Look at Noah Allison try to correct that car. Big mess in the front straightaway. First caution of the night. Darius Reza Dadgar has to come to a halt to avoid that one. Jake Sylvia's just littered down at the bottom of the racetrack. Let's see how this thing started. You see the checkup. Oh, it was actually in front of that because Sheen came across Sylvia's front end. Man, these guys were all out of shape, and it just Sheen just, I guess, thought he was clear. Sylvia wrecked down the track, and then Noah has to like swerve to avoid, and unfortunately loses control and sweeps up a couple of other cars involved. Man, we got a lot of contact in the first couple laps of this race.
That's so early as Sheen tried to clear out. Clear himself to the high side. You see a lot of contact being made. There's Allison involved in that. Actually on the road right now. Prepare as much as he can. Himself back out fairly quick. Yeah. Man, that was a big wreck. Luckily, it didn't eliminate any drivers, but car just hit itself on a pit road. That's here. Dadgar. Right side. I don't know if you can make it out with just tires. Lap down. Right side. He's in and out. The 34 Liam Sheen. Self on a pit. Correct. He is going to go 1 lap down. Trying to tag around him, trying to get away around him. Like, guess we will have our first.
some really quick caution laps, and this caution period's already over. It feels like it just happened like a minute ago, but we line them up 2 by 2 by 2, stacking them up. Green flag is back out.
1 and 2. That's the 070. Cameron Leibel push that one out to the lead. You see a bit really loose on the high side. That's McNeely. And the number 14 machine scoots himself up the racetrack. Got trouble right behind. Around goes the 85.
Yellow flag
Scott Yost is around and is going to block the racetrack. James Youngman also involved. The PPM car is going to drive away. Second caution of the night. Not really going to severely damage any of the cars, but a lot of cars really had to slow down and jump on the binders to avoid that one. Keneally just hanging out.
Connected at 80, 19, 85. Got Yost. Yost. Front end damage or swiped across his nose. Of course, these cars are just about tanks. Different of him. Cosmetic damage for that number 85, but still damage. Car just a bit.
I also saw Jake Sylvia really have to slow down to avoid that, and he actually was able to avoid the crash. So, just trying to make it through this race. He'd obviously like to win, get that elusive first win, but obviously that wreck in lap number 1 really set him back, and now he's just having to remake his way through the field.
Jake, there he is right in front of yours. Crappy camera angles and stuff like that. Okay, off all the way in 8. Caught up in a bit of a scuffle. You see nose damage in front of his machine, but yeah, across the start finish line this time by. It looks lap 12 out of 120s. 12th way through the race. We're ready. Eliminated 2 cars before. Finish line this time by. We'll probably get the one to go signal, and we do. Person started himself in second place. I'll lead the field. Do the restart. Carson Poindexter did see where we'll go. Trying to get the hang in the car, hang in the track. So base car left itself.
Green flag. Green flag.
Flag is out fairly early. You see, the 70 Leibel. Got a better restart than that number 1 as he goes into turn number 1. See if he can clear him. Webster is gonna
yellow flag is out.
70, and yet again another big pile up.
Yep, no, Allison's also involved in that. I saw William Schmidt have to go up and hit the wall to avoid further contact. But man, these guys cannot really make it through a lap of green flag racing for some reason.
Yeah, and that's just gonna stack up incident points. See what happened as for 70.
Cody just missed it there. He didn't turn in quick enough, and unfortunately ended up sending Harry into a spin. You watch Cody wash up the racetrack right into the 70 car, and Scott Yost also has nowhere to go in that. James Youngman also had to stop to avoid that wreck. You could see Cody already UL'd himself. He knew it was his fault, and did the right thing there as one of the admins of the league.
Cars hitting pit road. Actually, half the field has just hit pit road. Of course, Grindle, the person who's running third in points, well, nearly second. Far a ways back of points more. As you see Webster, he himself on in. Well, and his might as well come in for tires. There's Dadgar, himself out on the racetrack. Seems as though you could only slap on 2 tires per pit stop. Since iSCAR just flies by around here. By the looks of it, it's like 50 miles per hour. This is the shortest track on iRacing, I think, oval-wise. No, linear. Linear's the thing. Actually, how big is linear?
I'll search that up right now as we have the one to go being taken. Linear 0.375. It is shorter than national, so. Yep. Alright, so we've stacked them up 2 by 2 by 2 again. Cameron Lieball is going to come to the start finish line. We're back underway.
Oh!
Oh! Carson just came down on Derek Newsom, one of the rookies.
Oh,
here tonight.
no!
And Carson's going to go upside down after cutting up on the 79. A big crash down the back straightaway. Carson, the points leader. His day just went from good to bad to terrible in the course of a couple of turns there. That is just not a good sequence of events for that number 1.
Wow, of course, Newsom, well, Poindexter is trying to get down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Newsom was definitely there, and you see there the
Yikes.
Poindexters came up on the 79.
He had a good save. He had a good save there, but then just came up right on the 79 of Schmidt, and unfortunately, I will send him upside down and probably have terminal damage, I would think. Man, I thought he could have gotten his first win tonight, but oh my God, he's still going.
Yeah,
that just shows how much of a tank these cars are. When you can just flip and barrel roll and then still be going. Or is he even a lap down? I don't even think he's a lap down.
No, he's not even a lap down.
That's unbelievable.
That's fantastic.
You cannot do that.
It's a lap down, though.
Oh, man.
The pace car, gonna be only 1 lap down, but bearing as much damage on this machine as he can. He's gonna come out in 12th place. Yeah, Lieball still up front.
Let's talk about Matthew Klein running in 3rd place right now. That is a great run for the 00. Obviously, attrition going to play into that, but this is great for Matthew Klein. Great to see him up in the top 3 right now.
Yeah, definitely. I just noticed he was up there. Going for that 00. Have a great qualifying lap, of course. I mean, he didn't even qualify. Or 14 didn't, so starting 3rd right behind the 070. Could be interesting. Now, as you know, set up for green flag this time by. iSCAR will stuff down on the pit road, and we are back green.
Green flag, green flag.
Line is not getting going, but Webster trying to come down on
No! And Webster's going to clear himself. That's a wreck. Noah Allison is upside down. We have another huge crash. We cannot stop piling them up here tonight, and Noah Allison is going to have to take a tow to the pit lane. That's a tough break. And Cody just comes right down on Klein, thinking he was going to be clear. Klein also gets shot up the racetrack, and Noah Allison has nowhere to go.
Oh, God. Still upside down. There he goes. Webster's going to be
Whoa, is he going to help him? Is he able to, though?
Yeah!
He got him!
No! He's on his side!
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Oh, he's going
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
Yes!
there he goes.
Scott Yost!
Oh, that's
How
fantastic.
about that? He's going to be a lap down, though, but better than being multiple laps down. William Schmidt's going to get the wave around. And Webster's going to get a 2 out of 3 already. We're not even on lap 30. And Cody Webster is already on a 2 out of 3. Imagine if he gets parked for this race. Yeah, just came down on Klein there. You can't really put that on Klein. He's just holding his position down there. Obviously, doesn't get a good restart, but Webster just thought he was clear and just missed it. Just by a little bit. It's really unfortunate. And through all of that, Klein is going to be 3rd. Still. And Poindexter right now is running 4th. After being upside down.
Mine actually.
This race is a meme.
Klein. He has 20x already.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, Klein has 20x.
So he's about to get disqualified, you're saying?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's alright.
Oh no.
Poor Klein.
There's no way that he can just ride around and not get an incident point for the next, what do we got here? 95 laps?
Especially on how this race is going.
Oh,
At
yeah.
this pace. Oh, boy.
At this pace, we're going to have half the field disqualified.
Oh, no.
Imagine Darius wins off that.
Got a couple cars. I mean, 3 cars that are 1 lap down. Noah Allison, obviously, 2 laps down.
Green's out.
Big
Green
flip,
flag.
the
Green
green flag is back out. And there's only just 5 cars up here in this main area. I guess you could call it, but work themselves into 1 and 2. How about Jake Sylvia? He's putting the pressure, and he wants to make something happen. He works himself out to the low side. New leader, the 778.
Carson Poindexter right back there in third. He's been upside down. Lieball is going to go way up the track after a little door slamming there. Darius Rezadedgar currently running forward. He can catch these guys, and I feel like he's one of the only cars that's like completely undamaged. Imagine if he just wins this race out of just having a clean car and the car driving really good. You see, they're about to lap Noah Allison already. That thing is completely bashed up and tore up, so
Whoa, Jake
I'm not
loose.
surprised it's handling bad and running slow, but Jake currently in the lead. Carson right on the back of this line right now.
Jake got a bit loose off of turn number 4. It looks like he can't keep that machine down to the bottom. Going to open up the door for that 070. The inside, not going to take it though, and Carson Poindexter is now sneaking up into the mix. Going to make it a 3-car battle as Darius Rezadedgar in the 46 is going to have to watch from 4th. Around the 24, Noah Allison, and finally in a semi-good run of the green flag. But yeah, all these 3 drivers keeping themselves in a nice position as Dario semi held up by that number 24. Dario actually has some fresh
Yellow
tire.
flag is out.
First tire is
Caution's out.
yellow.
Scott Yost around on the front straightaway. And we're just stacking up the cautions now. Oh, Cody really got a shape right there. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it. It did not. William Schmidt giving a little bit of help to the back of Scott Yost. Going to turn him around on the front straightaway. And unfortunately, that's going to bring out another caution. He had it really saved until the point where he just corrected it down into the inside wall. Unfortunately for him.
I don't know if Yost was reacting to Webster hitting the wall and expected a wreck off of that, but everybody checked up. You see Webster get all sorts of sideways.
That's a good save by Cody there.
Yeah, I really don't know how to call that. The 85 of Yost, unfortunately, into the inside wall. Now 2 laps down, but we do see some people heading pit road this time. The number 50, Derek Newsom. Of course, he's a new driver here in that number 50 machine. He's going to stay out. He's going to be leading his first ever iSCAR laps under caution.
That's good to see. Obviously, he's been running pretty decent currently in the race, but now going to be able to lead some laps. I guess he's just going to stay out here and lead the field to the green. See, Dadgar has to pit again.
Coming on in, he's probably going to lap some right side tires on the machine like the rest of the top 3, or what was the top 3, and Carson Poindexter and other people. But oh, it looks like he's slapping lefts. Very interesting call by Dadgar. It looks like Jake is doing the same thing. It seems as though you have to take 2 stops to change all 4 tires. So that's fairly new. I've never seen that ever done at this track, and there's some interesting characteristics about this track as well. 2 pit roads. Fortunately, we don't have enough drivers to fill up that second pit road, but yeah, there's 2 pit roads. You see it right there, on that left-hand side of the screen. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this will play out for that number 50.
Green.
This green flag will drop. Line is going to be starting. It looks like in second.
Yep, Klein, of course, does not get a good restart as that car is just really beaten up and damaged. Obviously, that 20X not helping. That's almost a crash, but Cody and James were able to save that one. Darius trying to make his way up through the field, as well as Jake Sylvia in the 778. Jake will have that inside line and is going to start gaining spots. Meanwhile, Newsom will drift high, and here comes the 1 of Poindexter to the inside for the lead. He gives way.
Snag it. On lap 44 out of 125. Yet to work ourselves halfway, but right now, leading the field is that number 1 machine. Now everybody's trying to get into a rhythm. You see a couple cars getting to the wall right behind. 70. Cameron Liebel getting into the wall. Klein running the higher side of the racetrack. As Liebel's going to peek to the inside, scaring that 46 up the racetrack. Going to attempt to peek to the low side. Klein, a bit of hiccup right there, right above the corner. Unfortunately, Dadgar himself to the high side. Open up the door. It's Klein's all over the place. He's going to get
No! And that's what inevitably was going to happen there, as he had a 20x and then got hit. So unfortunately, his night is over after running in the top 5 for the majority of this race. That's just a tough break for Klein. But I mean, he just showed that he can run up there when he really wants to up, and it's just unfortunate that the things stacked up that way. Poindexter, after being upside down earlier in this race, is leading and extending his lead. I have never seen anything like this before, ever, in anything. And this race has just been ridiculous so far.
And we still have 75 laps to go. Anything can happen. Once a caution does fly, everybody's going to bunch themselves back up and going to do it again. As of right now, last time these people pitted, all over the place. Jaguar pitted 11 laps ago. He has got to work himself around the 50 of Derek Newsom as well, but here's Jaguar on a P7. Poindexter is just hitting his marks enough to keep himself out front and maintain a faster pace than everybody else in the field. Hey, Webster, it seems a bit tight on entry. Oh, loose. Nearly got into his own teammate at 778 to Jake Sylvia, but man, these people are all over each other. You see 45 being driven off the racetrack. Here we go for second place.
I think Sylvia's now going to have that position easily. Well, Newsom is going to be hanging up here in this battle up here and making a good impression on this league in his debut tonight. See, crossover from Cody to the inside, trying to keep second, and let's see where Newsom's going to go. Oh, he locked up the tires on entry. He wasn't expecting Sylvia to be coming down like that, and did a good thing. Oh, that's a mess. Sylvia hard in the wall. I'm not sure what just happened to him. That's going to collect Newsom, though, and no caution is going to come out for that. That was super odd. I have no idea what happened there. You see the 50 smoking his tires, and then they exit 2. Whoa! What?
That was different. Like they locked up, and after that, I really don't even know how to call that.
No idea. I would have guessed a hardware failure, but the way like you just slammed on the brakes, it's just, I don't know. That's a very weird instance right there. I have never seen anything like that. But how about Cameron Lieball just coming up through here is now in 3rd place?
Yeah, Harry Grindle moves himself into 4th. Derek Jaguar now in 5th. Only 7 cars on the lead lap. We still have 10 cars remaining on the racetrack as of right now, but as though this race now found itself out. Not expecting it. Sorts of caution. And Webster is all the way to the low side. Might have a. Looks like he has a bit of a problem. He's going to tow himself, and that is pretty big for that number 45.
Wow, man.
I just towed himself down low, and Webster,
oh my goodness.
Running top 5.
The biggest lead we've seen all night now is that lead is now going to be 2.4 seconds over Cameron Lieball. Let's see if Cameron's going to be able to work his way back up from that deficit. As you see, lap traffic is in the way. Noah Allison with that damage, unfortunately, off the pace on the track. And Carson easily makes his way around him. Cameron is catching our leader, but we got many laps to go. I think we're going to see another caution before this thing's over, but if we don't, we're probably going to see very few cars on the lead lap because this one car is setting a really fast pace.
Yeah, of course, Poindexter. I don't know what team.
Friends at Kermit Racing, Dewey Schramm, co-owns that team with Corey Long. They are looking for their first win with Carson. They've gotten a couple wins with Christopher Wheel, but you'd like to see Carson in victory lane, and very good shot tonight to get.
Cameron. Around the race. Running in P2. Noah Allison playing a lap car roll. Out of the way. Harry Grindle might come home. If he finishes in 3rd place, he's going to come home. good night. Which was Dadgar. Yeah, now it's just cruising time. All these drivers just else around the racetrack, very fanned out, not expecting anything too hectic.
Youngman currently 5th right now after a couple incidents early in the race. Good thing to see him recover from those, and currently running pretty decent up in the top 5.
That lead is definitely cut down. It was 1.9, now it's 1.2, and the rival is coming.
Yeah, I thought he was going to catch Carson, but not this quick. Obviously, Libal being one of the quickest drivers on the Super Late Model Tour, is able to just make really fast laps, which are able to get him up towards this lead. And if he takes the lead, he's going to be gone.
Yeah, definitely. Not too similar tire. Similar tires. Last time he pitted, Cameron pitted one lap prior than that number 1 machine. I don't know if Poindexter slapped on 2 last time, but the gap between them is definitely closing.
Do so.
15. High side to get out of these two's way, but now we got a battle for the lead heating up here in front of us.
Yep, Carson's just doing an unbelievable job, though, still, after being upside down early in the race, being able to just lead a huge amount of laps tonight. And just currently padding that stat still.
50 laps to go. Again, we don't know. Oh, you see Poindexter get a bit sideways there, but don't really know what the fuel window is. If we were to have green flag pit stops, this would be bizarre. Because I don't even know how many laps down you could go. Obviously, a short track, it's definitely going to be a different story. And if a caution comes out during that stint, of course, everybody who pitted will be multiple laps down. Their race is going to be ruined, most likely. How this will work. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to slap on fuel only, considering how short this track is.
Some news regarding that invitational that NASCAR's putting on. That will be broadcasted on FS1 this weekend. They're expected to announce that very soon, according to Adam Stern. So that is huge for the service. iRacing obviously has been getting really popular and huge in the last couple years, and this is just another step towards their popularity increasing. But yeah, just really great to see.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, esports as a whole is rising to an astonishing level, but of course, iRacing getting a lot of screen time due to the obvious outbreak going around. Yeah, that's exciting. Of course, last time iRacing was broadcasted on national television, it happened on NBCSN. This time it's going to be on FS1.
Will take the time slot that the Cup Series is going to have. So it's not like NBCSN where it was like not really in a primetime slot. This is taking NASCAR's slot in the TV listing. So this is just really huge, I think.
Yeah, might as well slap something on it and make something happen. And speaking of making something happen, Nato 70, Cameron Libal has closed the gap on that number 1 with Carson Poindexter. He is there and knocking on the door.
Yeah, I think Carson Poindexter is really going to have to start defending here. Obviously, a caution would maybe help him because they'd be able to get equal on tires. Obviously, Cameron is going to be a little faster right now with these worn tires. Maybe if they get a caution, reset everything, Carson can get a little better of an advantage. But Carson doing a great job of defending right now. The only thing they don't want to be is the caution. Like, they don't want to be the cause of it. Obviously, we don't really have any close battles on the track other than this, so it doesn't really look like we're going to have any trouble soon. But we still got a good handful of laps to go, 38 to go when we cross the line here, and a lot of things could still happen. I mean, we've seen cars go upside down and be able to lead the way here in this race, so crazy things are not far-fetched. See, Carson is just sliding it through the corners, able to keep the lead somehow. I think Libo is just backing off at this point. He's just saying, I'm not going to push the issue right now. We're going to wait till maybe a little later in this to start pushing it, but we'll just have to see right now.
Now, Libo's run stalled out behind that number 1 at Poindexter. Poindexter doing a nice job of defending that bottom side of the racetrack. Of course, if you wash up just a slight, the track is so banked because you slide up off that bottom groove, they're just opening up a huge hole for that 070. So Poindexter doing a nice job of hugging the bottom side of the racetrack and keeping himself in position as Libel sort of screwing up just a slight behind that number 1.
Yeah, we're going to lap Noah Allison again. I'm not really sure how many laps down he is, but obviously that damage he got from being on his side and upside down earlier in the race is really costing him in several ways. And now we'll end up going another lap down here. Probably yield to the high side either this lap or next. Looks like he's just going to stay in the way for now, but he should be getting the message soon that... Oh, Carson just got the bumper. He's going to push him up the track.
Wow.
Put him in the wall. Cameron Lieball to the front of the field, but is Carson Poindexter going to let that slide?
No. With the bump and run with just 30 laps to go, that gives a ton of time for that number 1, a Poindexter, to make something happen. Of course, there's still... I mean, the gap is now more than a second between first and second, but if Poindexter starts sneaking up to the backside of that 070, or if that number 1 catches some type of caution, oh boy, it's gonna be between the two.
I won't be surprised if Carson will end up turning Cameron on the restart or something like that, but will we end up getting a restart? That's the real question, because I don't feel like we have really prime opportunity to get any cautions, as you guys are mostly spread out on the track, and we only have, I believe, 8 cars still out there, so 9. It looks like Scott Yost is many laps down, but...
Right for your leader. Now, since the top 2 have swapped places, the one who was fastest is now in front. Last time by...
Noah's making Carson go to the outside. Everybody's just giving Carson a hard time right now, and this is just really unfortunate way to see that dominant run by Carson probably end unless we get a caution.
Off around the racetrack, a couple cars in front of him. That's Jadgar and Youngsman picked up the win at New Smyrna. He's about to spin.
Oh no!
Really loose.
This is right in front of our leader as well. You see Cameron is coming up on these guys. Side-by-side lap traffic in front of him. See where Cameron goes. It looks like Scott's just going to get out of the way there. And Youngman is going to stay in front of Cameron for now, but will probably give way now as he lets Cameron to the inside. And Cameron's just getting away now. All he wants to see is this thing go green to the end, and I think he's gotten to the bag. He's about to lap 4th place Darius Reza Dadgar in the 46. I think Darius wants to see a caution right now. He'd love to see that, but running out of window of opportunity to get that caution. There's Youngman in the wall again. I mean, some of these guys are really struggling with the handle of their cars tonight.
Now the gap is grown. 2.5 seconds between leader and second place. Coming up here, 19 laps to go. Time by. Actually, 20 laps to go. Dadgar trying to keep himself on the lead lap. Bible trying to lap as many people. Keep Dadgar out of contention for the win if he does. The caution does come out, so.
Don't forget the free pass, though.
Right, that's very true. Dadgar can get the wave around. On track. If he does catch a caution, but laps to go. Pretty sure the 46 is going to let that 070 by, or that was Dadgar. I'd actually Give a bit of a headache. That number 070. Keep herself in front of him. Maybe jam him up just a slight. Hopefully he'll catch a caution and stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, I think Darius is probably going to be fighting like hell to stay on the lead lap in case that caution does come out, because he'd like to be able to stay on the lead lap in this race. He's having basically a career night here. He's been running very good in this series, and this is one of the will end up being one of the highest finishes he's had in this league. So he really wants to hang on to that. And remember, everybody, the deal is if Darius ever wins an iSCAR race, the NR 2003 series comes back. No. And I know a couple people that do want to see that.
I know you
actually,
do. I know you want to see that.
Hey, actually, a lot of people, not gonna lie. We got 14 laps to go right now. Cameron is just still picking them up and laying them down. Now 3.7 seconds is the lead. And I feel like Cameron's just running away with it now.
Yeah, definitely. There's, I just see the cone out in the racetrack. Debris, where's the yellow? I was screwing around.
Yeah, throw it. You know, Klein would throw that caution.
Oh
Yellow flag is out.
No, the caution's out! Oh my god!
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding me?
Is in the wall.
Oh
Youngman
my-
spins. We just jinxed it, everyone.
Oh, I'm
Holy
dead.
cow.
I am dead.
That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happened to James Youngman right here. Oh, just lost it on exit.
Oh my gosh, that has to be.
Darius as a dead guard caught the caution that he needed.
Oh my gosh.
All right, where's the attrition now?
Oh my.
This is not over, and Carson Poindexter's going to have the opportunity now to maybe punt that 070 of line ball. This is just turning the race upside down.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
ridiculous at this point.
I'm dead. I'm crying, man. That has to be the funniest. Oh, Carson beat the 070 off a pit road! And he slapped on 2 tires! That's a 2-tire call for Carson Poindexter.
He's got to do anything he can to get out in the lead. This race is just going to go completely insane in the last 10 laps. I feel like Darius is going to win out of this, but, oh, Klein's mad at me. I'll just deal with him afterwards. Anyways, this race is just going to go crazy. I feel like Darius is going to win out of this. As we see William Schmidt has scored as the leader. I don't know if he just stayed out or what happened there.
Lucky dog.
Oh, Schmidt got the lucky dog. Interesting. That's because Youngman couldn't get it because he was going to be the guy that could get it, but he brought out the caution. So
No!
What happened there?
What in the world happened? Poindexter
I don't
got
know.
lapped, as well as Dadgar.
Oh no! So what do we got? We got Cameron Lieball leading this thing. Harry Grindle is going to be second. We basically have no clue what's going on right now.
Yeah, it looks like
what is going on? Everybody's
Carson
passing.
re-entered pit road.
Oh. You up getting lapped off of that?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not
Wow.
sure. Yeah, he's being just
I have no idea.
down.
Well, he's right behind Cameron, so I don't think Cameron's going to be making this next corner. There's no way that's going to happen.
Harry's
There we
blinking
go.
out. Green, green,
That's
green.
actually Youngman. Green flag. There's no way Cameron's going to be making it through the next couple corners. Look at Carson's
he's
already
there.
getting there.
He's there.
Oh, no.
He's there.
Cameron's
What's
going
gonna
to stay
happen?
right here.
He dumped him!
Grindle to the lead. Caution's out.
He dumped him!
And Dadgar's going to get the free pass, I think. Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
You saw that coming from a mile away.
I told you he was not going to make it through that next lap. And now, Harry Grindle could finally pick up a win in this league.
Yeah, but he has William Schmidt to worry about.
And that car is also beaten to hell.
And Dadgar is going to get the wave around.
Yep, Dadgar does get the free pass because Carson ended up getting involved in that and could not get the free pass. So Dadgar is now in a good position, but Lieball able to still stay on the lead lap.
Oh my gosh.
Not over for him, but he's got work to do. I'm telling you, this is the most ridiculous race I've ever seen.
I'm dead. Now, William Schmidt, first time he's ever been in a super late model, he has a chance to pick up a win. How about Harry Grindle?
He ran at USA. He's been in
Yeah.
super late model a couple times,
That's
but obviously this is the first time he's been in position to win a super late model race. So that would be great to see him pick one up. But Harry Grindle also with a prime opportunity here to get his first win in this league.
Dude.
I saw that coming from a mile away, dude. I knew it was going to happen. I told you he was not going to make it through that next lap.
Yeah, it was just bound to happen. So, Dadgar is going to be at the end of the lead lap because he is the lucky dog. So he's not going to be really in contention. He's going to have to catch a caution. That's correct.
Well, the way these guys are driving, I'm pretty sure we're going to get one. These guys are just driving over their heads.
Libel's going to be starting in third, but he has an 18X.
He'll probably send him too. Oh man,
yeah,
18X might actually screw him over.
Yeah, he probably might. He probably might have a penalty right now. I'm not really sure, but if he does finish up front, we're gonna have a Dominic Howe situation. But we're gonna see on how this is gonna go. Cameron Libel's gonna be in third, but here we go. Harry Grindle going for his first win. The green flag is out, and we'll see if the Brit can hold off the field.
Harry in the turn. Oh no, he just blinked out and he's back now. But here we go. Schmidt in second, Libel third, and you have rash of lap cars back there as we see a little bit contact back there. It looks like the white flag. They got it.
Wow.
William Schmidt's going to have to send it to turn number 3 and 4 to get this win. I don't think he's going to be able to. How about this? From across the pond, Harry Grindle's going to pick up his first win in this league. Oh! And it's going to come here at Southern National. And a crash across the start-finish line. It looks like Libel's going to come home second. No, he's not. The penalty happened. He got disqualified. Dadgar will finish third. Schmidt ends up second in tonight's race. This race has been absolutely insane. And now, Harry Grindle will pick up his first career iSCAR win. How about that?
Yes!
After all of the just bad luck he's gone through, he'll pick it up tonight. And Schmidt will end up second as well. He's also had some really terrible luck this iSCAR season. Outside of that, just statement win at Michigan. And then how about there he is, third? That's unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable result for 408 Racing's owner driver there. We're gonna have some crazy interviews tonight. I'm telling you, this is the craziest race I've ever called.
Yeah, definitely.
And we were watching Talladega bronze, so man, just been a crazy season, and this is probably going to be go down as one of the craziest iSCAR races of all time.
Yep, and we'll scoot ourselves to the side, and we'll be right back interviewing the top 3. We'll go ahead and see you in just a moment. If you're not just joining us here live, we welcome you back to the Southern National 125 iSCAR Super Late Model Series, and in victory lane is the man, the absolute myth, the absolute legend himself, the number 70, Harry Grindle. What is up, dude? Let's go! Finally!
Oh my god, I've not stopped shaking, Zeke. Fucking hell.
Oh,
yeah, man.
we apologize for the language right there.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't. He's happy. We'll let him cuss.
Harry, man, it's been a long time coming. Of course, I think your first ever race around January.
My first ever race was going back to November, back in the trucks. At
Oh yeah,
Daytona.
November. Man, yeah.
Yeah.
What are the emotions, man?
Above everything else, it's relief and shock above everything else. Because with like 20 laps, I was not expecting to win this race. I was sat there watching Carson pull away from me, watching Cameron pull away from me. And Carson suddenly lost 2 seconds, and I'm just sat there thinking, well, Cameron's so fuck out of the way. And then the caution comes out, and Carson turned lead. And then I'm just like, okay, I've got a chance here. Then I saw that Schmidt came up second, and that's the bit that reassured me, because I know that Schmidt isn't going to race me dirty. I know that Schmidt's not going to try and, bash into me or anything. So on the final, getting the jump and just trying to put Schmidt between me and Cameron, which happened, and then was able to drive it home from there.
Yeah, man. Of course, putting yourself in a great position there at those final 2 laps. How'd you hold them off there from the last lap of the green?
I don't honestly know. Like I said, I lagged back from the pace car a bit just so I could see better, because these cars have got really thick A-pillars and a really thick banner across the top, so you can't see much out of them. So I lagged back a bit, just was all 4 tyres were off. Hit the throttle like a split second after, just to try and cancel out any sort of anticipation they were having that I'd go straight away. And oh, there goes my engine. But yeah, and then after that, just sort of focused on, right, okay, 2 more laps, finish them, and just do not let a car get in my back bumper, because if someone was going to come up hard enough to hit me, they wouldn't make the call. Anyone had taken a lunge, I hit the throttle, washed up the track to avoid him, and then tried to carry on. So just that sort of current objective survive mentality just drove it to the end there.
How about you put that number 70 into victory lane, man? Congratulations. Before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank here for tonight?
Big shout out to Team Kamikaze this time. Obviously, I've shouted them out a lot of times in the past. This has been, they've been stepping up their effort with a lot more series recently, and we've been trying to make a push towards a lot of different disciplines and a lot of different simulators and stuff in general. So big shout out to them here. This is definitely one that I can dedicate to them as much as myself. Obviously, got to go to Weave Squad Garrett Hess. This is, I believe, their this will be the 2nd win, won't it, after Hess's Talladega victory in Xfinity. So 2nd career win for Weeb Squad. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that the history's right there.
That is correct.
That now means that both of our cars have gotten one, which is just beautiful. And finally will be Renault and Renault Sport for this beautiful Megane GT here. It drove well enough on fresh tyres. It got a bit sort of iffy on old tyres, but when it came down to it, the new tyre performance is what mattered, and the car was just great on there. So yeah, there you have it.
Alright, man. 10-4. Harry Grindle going to round himself out in first after starting in 3rd. We'll go ahead and see you on to your next race, man.
Yeah, absolutely. This is gotten a huge load off my shoulders, so it's open this.
Alright, and that was Harry Grindle in the number 70, and we'll go ahead and drag in our 2nd place, so William Schmidt. And Dog, go ahead and take this one.
William, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
that car is all beat to hell. That Rackley Roofing Toyota is just completely bashed in. Just talk about the turn of events in the final about 15 laps. It ended up getting you a second place finish.
Well, I think with about 15 to go, I might have been like 10th or something. I don't know. I was a lap down. And all of a sudden I see the 80 sitting on the inside wall. Caution's out. I'm like, sweet. He was the one car I need to pass for the lucky dog. I get the lucky dog. And now all of a sudden I'm in second. Like, what the hell?
I think that all came from the lap car, Carson Poindexter, unfortunately, ending up taking out Cameron Lieball after an incident earlier in the race, because that was an intentional retaliation spin. So obviously that's what brought out the caution. They ended up putting you up in second. Did you think you had a shot for the win, or did you just feel like your car was just too bashed up and you couldn't really make anything happen?
Well, I suck a donkey ass, so I doubt that I could have won. But I mean, I'm happy Harry won. He deserves it. He was close to a lot of these. So yeah, happy that the Brit won it. But yeah, maybe if I don't know, I didn't get absolutely screwed over in the first 15 laps by about 3 different wrecks, we might have had a shot. But yeah.
All right, man. Another great finish for you. You got any sponsors to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank. Yeah, Motorsport United and Side Drafting Productions, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, as well as you guys for hosting the super late models, and yeah.
All right, man. Good to see you get another podium finish, and good luck the rest of this week.
Thank you.
And that was William Schmidt ending up second. Now we're going to drag Darius Rezadadgar in, and we're about to get a freaking storm right here. He's going to be real mad. Darius Rezadadgar, you want to talk about, of course, great finish for you, but unfortunately, you feel like you've been screwed out of one.
Thank you, man. I'm just really mad that a nonce decided to leave his officiating duties mid-race, and when I gotta pass it on the yellow, nobody's there to clear it. And all I get is an oops, sorry. I'm glad my mate Harry won the race. He's had for a long time coming, but I'm just super mad right now. Tim Tripler, I feel for you, man. If this is my last race before I get banned for my comments against Cody, I just want to thank all 48 Racing and Kilo full ownership of the team. So thank you, dog.
Holy crap. Well, we're gonna sort all this out afterwards. Oh, no! He just said that! Well, anyways, guys, we've had the most ridiculous iSCAR race in history right now. This is gonna go down as one of the craziest ever. But, man, I cannot believe the turn of events that happened in the last 30 minutes of this thing. But, yep, last minute comments. This race is crazy. We want to see more crazy races, but we also want to see a little bit more clean racing than this. But obviously, I also feel for Darius, because if that was the case, and Cody really needs to get a talk afterwards. But we'll sort that out afterwards. And from KMN, I'm Benjamin White. Ezeckiel Reyes, of course, putting on this stream for everybody. Good night from Southern National Speedway.